Okay.
Invite.
Thank you.
So today we will discuss explanation of each name, each holy name as given by Srila Jiva Goswami, meditation on each pair of the holy name as given by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, understanding the prayer in each name as given by Srila Gopal Guru Goswami,
Very good.
and practical tips for successful japa. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela 22.113,
Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, he mentions Smartavya satatam Vishnor Vismartavyo na jatu chit Sarva vedhe nishidhasyur Etayoreva kinkaraha.
Krishna should always be remembered and never be forgotten at any time. All the rules and regulations mentioned in the Shastras should be the servants of these two principles. Always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna.
Haribo.
In fact, it says here, Etayor eva kinkara. All the rules and regulations are like kinkara of these two principles. Kinkara means kim karoti, which means a servant comes and asks, what should I do, my dear master? Kim karomi. That is kinkara, one who comes and asks, what should I do? And all the rules and regulations and the rituals that we have are standing in Kim Karomi pose for these two principles. Always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna.
So it is also mentioned that gopis, they just knew these two things, that to simply chant and to just remember Krishna always. And that is why Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, he has authorized the worship of the gopis to be the ultimate in the worship of Krishna. Ramya Kachidupasana Vrajavadhu Vargena Vakalpita. That there is no other better worship which was as was conceived by the gopis of Vrindavan. The gopis, they saved themselves from forgetting Krishna because they always remember Krishna. Fruits of Shravana, the results of Shravan and Kirtan is actually Smaran, to remember. The purpose of chanting, the purpose of hearing is to always be able to remember Krishna, that we attain Krishna simply by remembrance of Sri Krishna.
When we eat sweets, do we think, oh, let me eat these sweets first and then taste its sweetness later? We don't do that. We taste as soon as we eat. We eat and taste together.
Simultaneously.
We consume and speak together. Similarly, for Smaranam, to remember Krishna always, we must do Shravan and Kirtana properly. Then automatically Smarana will come. Shravan and Kirtan is like eating, and Smarana is like tasting, which happen simultaneously. We cannot have Smarana or remembrance of Krishna without chanting and hearing. Without Shravana and Kirtan, there can be no Smarana.
So the underlying principle of chanting the holy names, like today we said that we will discuss what has been talked about by in the descriptions of the holy names by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, by Srila Jiva Goswami, and by Srila Gopal Guru Goswami. We will be talking about their explanation of the holy names. What is the bottom line for that? That is Ruchir Bhavatu Me, that we are begging the holy name. Oh, holy name, oh, Harinam Prabhu, give me a taste. Allow me to develop a taste for your name, for your form, for your qualities, for your pastimes. Nama Rupa Guna Leela. So when the Nam becomes perfect, when the chanting becomes perfect, then the Rupa, Guna, and the Leela, they automatically follow. So this is the basic prayer and the mood while we chant our japa. So one should chant with deep feeling, full faith, firm determination, and the realization that Sri Sri Radha Gopinath, they are personally present as the Mahamantra with all of their transcendental beauty, their qualities and pastimes. Such performance of Nama Sankirtana will surely bring the desired result, which is Krishna Prema. So, what we will be discussing today is just a guideline to help us achieve this purpose. It's not a rule. So when we chant each syllable of the holy name, then what should we be thinking of? What should be our mood be? What should be the prayer that we must do? So this discussion will help us to address the Lord in that way, based on what our acharyas have given. So when we say Hare, then we are saying something. We are calling out to somebody. We are praying something. We are having some discussion with the Lord. So, what is that discussion? When we sit down to chant, then we must be in the mood that we are actually sitting face to face with Sri Sri Radha Gopinath. It's very, very important that we understand this aspect, that when we sit down to chant, it's like we are actually having an appointment with the Lord. We are speaking with them while we are chanting the holy names. It's a very special time just for us and the Supreme Lord. So Srila Jiva Goswami, he reveals the meaning of each of these 16 names in the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So we'll first focus on what Srila Jiva Goswami explains in his Mahamantrartha Deepika. Mantrartha Deepika.
First Hare of the Hare Krishna mantra, we can meditate as Krishna steals the mind of everyone, yet Radha steals even Krishna's mind by her divine expertise. And therefore, Srimati Radharani is known as Hara
Haribo.
because she steals Krishna's mind. That is the first meaning of Hare.
Second word is Krishna. Srila Jiva Goswami explains that Krishna forcibly attracts Srimati Radharani with the sweet sound of his flute. Therefore, the Lord of all enchanting qualities is Sri Krishna.
Akarshayati iti Krishna. He attracts, and therefore Krishna. Third Hare, it has been heard that during the Ras Leela, the doe-eyed Srimati Radharani was stolen away by Krishna to be alone with him in a secret forest bower.
Kunja.
And therefore, she's known as Hara because she was stolen away by Krishna. The first Hara was Radharani stealing the mind of Krishna. The third Hare, or the third holy
Word.
name, Hare, is that she is stolen by Krishna in a kunja.
Haribo. The fourth word is Krishna. So when Krishna, he sports with Srimati Radharani in the waters of Radha Kund, it is said that Srimati Radharani's golden effulgence takes on the dark complexion of Sri Krishna's skin, and therefore he is known as Krishna.
This is Radharani transformed into Krishna.
So beautiful, Jiva Goswami is explaining.
The fifth holy name, Krishna, this is Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna.
Mm.
In order to please Sri Radha, Krishna manifested the most wonderful lake in Vrindavan. What is the name of that lake? Shamakunda.
Haribo.
And then he called all the rivers to fill Shamakunda. And therefore he's known as Krishna,
Haribo. The sixth Krishna.
who attracts all the lakes and rivers to fill Shamakunda.
Shamakunda. For the
Krishna.
pleasure of Srimati
Radharani.
Radharani. The sixth Krishna is that by the unsurpassed love that Srimati Radharani possesses for Krishna, Srimati Radharani charms who? She charms Sri Krishna, who performs wonderful leelas on the banks of the river Yamuna. Therefore, those who are sober know this personality to be Krishna, that whom Srimati Radharani has charmed by her unsurpassed love. That personality is Krishna. This is the meaning of the sixth word of the holy name, which is Krishna.
One who is attracted by Radha. Krishna means attraction, and one Krishna means one who attracts, another Krishna is one who's attracted by Radha. The sixth Krishna is one who's attracted by Srimati Radharani. Seventh holy name is Hare. While in Gokul, Krishna, he killed the demon known as Arishtasura and the bull demon. And during this time, Srimati Radharani cried out to Krishna with great feeling. And when she did that, Krishna, Krishna, she stole Krishna's mind. And therefore, she's known as Hara, one who steals Krishna's mind by her chanting with great feeling and surrender to Krishna. It is said, when we call out Hare, Krishna listens. Who is calling out my Priya's name? And when we call out Krishna, then Srimati Radharani listens. We think that by calling Krishna, we are attracting Krishna's attention. More than that, by calling Krishna, we are attracting Radharani's attention.
Hari Hari.
And by chanting Radha, we are attracting Krishna's attention. By chanting Hare, we are attracting Krishna's attention.
So the eighth Hare in the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, explained by Jiva Goswami, is that filled with ecstatic love, Srimati Radharani is sometimes singing the glories of Sri Hari, and she exploits quietly, and sometimes she sings them aloud. So those who are expert in the secrets of divine sentiments, they address her as Hara. That this, Jiva Goswami is giving the glory to the devotees. That because Srimati Radharani is calling out to Krishna so much filled with love, her call is so super excellent. That is why, filled with divine sentiments, that is why the devotees address Sri Radha as Hara.
The ninth holy name Hare is due to the intense love of Sri Radha. Sri Hari becomes so captivated that his flute falls from his hand. And with this desire to enjoy the forest kunjas, the forest gardens, the forest bowers with Krishna, Srimati Radharani steals his flute. And therefore, that goddess is famous as Hara, one who steals Krishna's flute
Hari Hari.
spontaneously.
Ninth Hara, when we chant, we should remember this flute stealing pastime of Sri Radha. Then the 10th holy name is Rama. Rama, Srila Jiva Goswami explains, is Krishna, who is very expert at embracing. He sports with Srimati Radharani in the forest groves or in the caves of Govardhan Hill, and therefore he is known as Rama, because he gives so much pleasure, and he is the king of giving loving embraces. That is why he is known as Rama, 11th Hare.
11th holy name is Hare, that most merciful Radha. She destroys the miseries of her devotees and gives them great happiness every day. And therefore, that goddess is known as Hara, one who steals the miseries of her devotees.
The previous Hare, remember, it was how the devotees are glorifying Srimati Radharani. So here, Srimati Radharani is reciprocating with the next Hare, that she is stealing away the sorrow of the devotees and giving them pure bliss. Jai Shri Radhe. The next one, the 12th holy name is Rama. Srila Jiva Goswami explains that the minds of the devotees are continuously drowned in an ocean of supreme joy by seeing the beautiful dark form of Sri Krishna. And therefore, he is known by the name Rama. Because just by seeing his beautiful form, the devotees are so much pleased and filled with bliss just by seeing Krishna's beautiful form. Therefore, he is known as Rama.
Rama literally means the spirit of joy, the ocean of joy. And wherever there is joy, there is Rama. We become attracted, we become, we get the taste is Rama. The 13th holy name is Rama, who is Radharani. Radharani is known as Rama, but also as Rama, because she enjoys loving pastimes with Achyuta, Krishna, in a secret forest pavilion. Since Krishna is always by her side, Krishna is known as Rama. One who is always by the side of Rama is Rama.
Rama. Hari Hari. Next, 14th holy name is again Rama. That this is explained that when the residents of Gokul were crying because of the fear of the forest fire, Krishna immediately swallowed it and gave his devotees great joy. In this way, he is known as Rama because he always bestows bliss, ecstatic bliss to his devotees. That is why he is known as Rama.
Then Hare, 15th holy name. Sri Krishna, he went to Mathura in order to destroy the demons. But due to being captivated by the love of Radha, Krishna later returned. Therefore, she is known as Hara, who forced Krishna to
Come
return.
back. The 16th Hare is when the son of Maharaj Nanda returned to Sri Vrajadham, he took away all the sufferings of all the Vrajavasis. And by his wonderful pastimes, he stole the heart of Srimati Radharani. Therefore, he is known as Hari or Hare.
When I used to chant initially the Hare Krishna mantra and I would chant Hare, uh, some of my relatives would say, why is it Hare Krishna? In Hindi, Hare means green. And so, why are you calling Hare Krishna that Krishna is Hara, Krishna is green? But now we understand that these are all the explanations, the meaning of Hare, one who steals Krishna's mind in different ways. That's why she's called as Hara.
And therefore, the last Hare that Srila Jiva Goswami explains that this is, because Krishna stole the most precious thing in the entire creation, which is the love filled heart of Srimati Radharani because he is the stealer of the heart of Srimati Radharani, which is only filled with love for Krishna. It is the supreme most objective that can ever be stolen in the entire creation. And because Krishna stole that from Srimati Radharani is called as Hare. Now even Krishna is called as Hare over here in the last Hare of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
Yeah. Generally, Hare is the vocative of Hara, but here Jiva Goswami Pad is saying that the last Hare is a vocative of Hari.
Mm.
Hari in the vocative becomes Hare.
Hari Bol.
So these are the explanations by Srila Jiva Goswami, very Rasika explanations. In Bhajan Rahasya, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he explains the Hare Krishna mantra in pairs. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Rama
Rama Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare.
So the Mahamantra, as the 16 names, they are, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains these 8 pairs to correspond to 8 of the Shikshashtakam prayers. It's very beautiful the way Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains. He says that the first pair, Hare Krishna, means the destruction of ignorance and the chanting of Krishna's holy names with faith, which is the first verse of the Shikshashtakam. Chetodarpanamarjanam bhava mahadavagni nirvapanam. That it is the destruction of ignorance and chanting of the holy names of Krishna with faith. This is the first pair of the meaning of Hare Krishna.
The second pair of Hare Krishna means that Krishna's name is invested with all potencies. Nam Namakari Bahudha Nija Sarva Shaktis Tatrarpita Niyamitaha Smaranena Kalaha Etadrishi Tava Kripa Bhagavan Mamapi Durdaiva Janinanura Gaha. That is signified by the second pair of the Hare Krishna mantra. Here one becomes attached to the bhajan by taking shelter of the holy names in the association of saintly devotees. And by advancing on this progressive path of bhajan, one's contaminations are removed and one begins to chant in fixed determination.
The third pair of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains that one adopts the character of a pure devotee and chants Krishna Krishna day and night with steadfastness and determination. Trinadapi shunichena tarorapi sahishnuna amanina manadena kirtaniya sada hari. The third pair, where we are saying Krishna Krishna, that time the devotee is fixed in determination, in resolute steadfastness, and chanting day and night this Mahamantra.
The fourth pair is Hare Hare. This causeless devotional service is awakened because of the third verse of Shikshashtakam, Trinadapi Sunichena, and one can chant the names Hare Hare with relish. This signifies the fourth verse of Shikshashtakam.
Hari Hari.
Na dhanam na janam na sundarim kavitam va jagadisha kamaye. Why? Because why we are detached from all these material attachments is because our causeless devotional service is awakened and we are able to chant Hare Hare.
Hari Bol. And with the fifth pair, as one's taste, the ruchi for chanting increases, one attains an attitude of pure servitude. And as one chants Hare Rama, one should take up the practice of Smarana. So, this fifth pair of Hare Rama comes Smarana, which is Ai Nanda Tanuja Kinkaram
Inkaram
Patitam Mam Vishame Bhavam Budham Kripaya
Kripaya
Tava
Tava
Pada
Pada
Pankaja
Pankaja
Sthita
Sthita
Dhuli
Dhuli
Sadrisham
Sadrisham
Vichintaya.
Vichintaya.
This is Ruchi, that we become, so attached that constantly we are meditating and begging Krishna that please give me shelter at your lotus feet.
Then the sixth pair of Hare Rama is one experiences the beginning of divine ecstasy. Nayanam galadashrudharaya
Vadanam
Vadanam gad gadrudhaya
gadgadrudhaya
gira
Pulakairinchitam
Pulakairnichitam
vapukada
vapukada Tava
Tavanam
nama grahane
grahane bhavishyati.
bhavishyati.
Haribo.
Hare Rama, now with that sixth pair, Hare Rama, divine ecstasy begins. Our eyes are pouring the tears, and our neck is
Choked.
gadgad, choked, and one offers one's taste to Krishna.
So this is the sixth verse of Shikshashtakam. With the seventh pair of Rama Rama. At the seventh pair, we take shelter of Srimati Radharani's lotus feet with attachment for the sentiment of divine romance. This way, when we chant, it is the mood of separation, which is the seventh verse of Shikshashtakam. Yugaitam nimeshena chakshusha pravrishaitam shunyaitam jagat sarvam govinda virahe name. So this mood of separation of viraha is coming up in this Rama Rama, the seventh pair of the holy names.
In the eighth pair, Hare Hare, one is fixed in the identity of your gopi in Vrindavan. It's Ashlishyava Padaratam Pinashtumam Adarshanan
Adarshananmarmahatam
Marmahatam Karotu
karotu va
Va Yatha
yatha
Tatha
tatha
Va
va
Vidadhatu
vidadhatu lampato
Lampato
mat
Mat Prananathastu
prananathastu
Sa
sa
Evana
evana paraha.
Paraha. That, oh Krishna, whatever you want, you can trample upon me, you can ignore me, but I will be your servant of the servant, life after life,
Unconditionally.
unconditionally. That is the mood of a gopi in Vrindavan. And and especially the gopi called Srimati Radharani. And that's why Hare Hare signifies the final eighth ultimate verse of Shikshashtakam.
Hari bol. Jai Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki.
Jai.
Jai Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu ki.
Jai. Shikshashtakam ki
Jai.
jai. Then there is Srila Gopal Guru Goswami, who is one of a direct disciple and personal associate of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. He explains the following meditation on each of the 16 names of the Hare Krishna mantra. First Hare is Mat Chittam Rahitva Bhava Bandhana Mochaya. Means, O Radhe, Hare, having captured my mind, please free me from material bondage. Earlier, we were focusing on the meaning of the holy names. Now we are focusing on the prayer to the holy names while we are chanting.
What should our mood be while we are chanting? You see, what Srila Jiva Goswami gave in the beginning, those are mostly pastimes, if we see. They are pastimes. You're meditating on the Leelas. But before we go into that level of chanting, because it is very easy to go into the Leelas and forget to listen to the holy names. So when our Naam becomes pure, then the pastimes of the Lord will automatically come and our intelligence will be directed by the explanation given by Srila Jiva Goswami. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is talking about how each pair we can relate it to the Shikshashtakam and we can really practice the Shikshashtakam while chanting our japa. That is also a prayer. And what Srila Gopal Guru Goswami is giving here is specifically to each mantra what should be our mood of prayer, what should be our consciousness when we chant the holy names of Krishna.
Machittam Rihtva Bhava Bandhana Mochaya. Please free me from material bondage, O Hara. Second Krishna is Machittam Akarshanaya. Means, O Krishna, please attract my mind by pulling it towards you.
The third mantra, which is Hare, is Swamadhurena Matchittam Hara. which means, O Shri Radhe, please capture my mind by your unsurpassed sweetness. Swa madhurena machittam hara. Hari Bol.
The fourth holy name, Krishna, is Swabhaktva Dwara Bhajan Jnana Danena Machittam Shodhaya. Means, oh Krishna, please purify my mind with knowledge about devotional service given to me by your own devotee.
Means this is actually praying to the Guru that please allow me to relish the holy names. The next mantra is Krishna, which is explained by Gopal Guru Goswami. He says, Nama Rupa Guna Leeladhishu Ma Nishtham Kuru. Meaning, oh Krishna, please make me be able to relish your transcendental name. Thus, if I can relish your transcendental name properly, then the form, qualities, and pastimes of your wonderful personality will automatically be manifest in my heart.
The next Krishna is Ruchir Bhavatu Me. Oh Krishna, please make me able to relish your transcendental name, form, qualities, and pastimes. First is please allow me um,
Permission.
permission, and the other is able to relish.
Next Hare is Nija Seva Yogayam Mam Kuru, which means, O Radhe, please make me fit, eligible. Let me have the proper adhikar to serve you.
The eighth Hare is Swaseva Madesha. Means, oh Radhe, please direct me to do some particular service to you that pleases you.
So, first is, please make me qualified to serve you. Then we are asking, give me a particular seva so that it can serve you for your pleasure. Next Hare is Swaprishthana Saha Swabhashita Leelam Shravaya, which means, oh Radhe, give me the opportunity to hear about your own favorite pastimes with your beloved Lord. Give me the opportunity for Shravana.
Rama is Preshthaya Sahasvabhishta Leelam Mam Shravaya. Oh Rama, give me the opportunity to hear about your own favorite pastimes with beloved Radha. Just like the previous one, we were praying to Srimati Radha Rani for the same prayer to hear about pastime with Krishna. Now we are asking Krishna, praying, please allow me to hear the pastimes of yours with Srimati Radharani.
The next Hare is explained as Swaprasthena Sahaswabhishta Leelam Darshaya, meaning, O Shri Radhe, give me the opportunity to see your intimate pastimes with your beloved Lord.
First it was here, now see.
To have darshan.
Rama is Preshthaya Sahasvabhishta Leelam Mam Darshaya. Oh Rama, please give me the opportunity to see your intimate pastimes with your beloved Radha.
Shri Radha.
So the Hare Rama is to hear the pastimes and to see the pastimes with the opposite Lord.
Very well. The next Rama means Nama Rupa Guna Leela Smaranadishu Mam Yojaya, meaning, O Rama, please engage me in hearing, chanting, and remembering your name, form, qualities, and pastimes.
Next Rama is Tatra Mam Nija Seva Yogyam Kuru. O Rama, as I enter into these pastimes by the path of meditation, make me worthy to engage in your service. Don't just let me enjoy the pastimes. We must serve the pastimes. If we sit and we say, oh, I'm enjoying the pastimes. One time, one devotee came to Srila Prabhupada. And Srila Prabhupada asked, "So, how are you finding Vrindavan?" And devotee said, "Oh, I'm just enjoying my time here. It's so wonderful." Krishna said, "Vrindavan is not for your enjoyment."
Srila Prabhupada
Sorry, Srila Prabhupada said,
said.
"Vrindavan is not for your enjoyment. It's for service. If you are enjoying here, you are committing offense. So go and preach and engage in seva." So engage mean here, as I enter these pastimes, don't let me just enjoy the pastimes, but make me worthy to engage in your service.
The second last Hare it means Mam Swanga Kritya Ramaswa, which means, O Shri Radhe, please accept me and take pleasure from the service that I offer you. Kindly be pleased with the service that I offer you.
And the final Hare, Maya Saha Ramasva, means, O Radhe, allow me to immerse, absorb in the pastimes that give you pleasure for your pleasure, and thus let me be filled with pleasure by pleasing you.
Hariro.
That is the final Hare. And Srila Prabhupada, he summarized all of them and he said, simply pray, O Radhe, O Hara, O energy of Krishna, O Krishna, the supreme attractive, O Rama, the supreme joyful, please engage me in your loving service and relieve me from the service of Maya. This was Srila
Hariro.
Prabhupada's essence of what we should pray. What should be the mood of our prayer? Please engage me in your service and relieve me from the service of Maya.
Hari Hari. So we'll conclude today's session by discussing 10 practical tips for a successful japa. The first thing is to identify a sacred space. Just like when we go into the kitchen, it is a given that we go there for cooking. When we come to our dining table, it is going there for taking prasad. So when we go to our bedroom, means we are going there for sleeping on the bed. So similarly, we should have a designated sacred space for chanting the holy name, so that when the mind enters that sacred space and given a specific time, that when we go to that specific space, the mind will automatically be able to focus. Oh, I've come to this space means I have come here for my personal appointment time with the holy names.
The next is chant with Tulasi Devi. If possible, chant in front of Tulasi Devi because she enhances our bhakti. She is the carrier of Krishna's mercy.
The next, third one, is the three P's, the 3P formula, which is the first P is posture, the second P is pronunciation, and the third P is prayer. Our posture should not be too stiff, not too slacky. Sometimes devotees like to walk and chant, and that's perfectly all right too. And our pronunciation, we should be very clear that, if we are chanting Krishna will not even respond, because Krishna will say, "You're not calling me. My name is not even being pronounced. So why should I listen to you? Why should I reciprocate with you?" So we should be very clear. Krishna, Hare, Krishna, Hare, Krishna, 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 Hare, Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So the pronunciation should be very clear. And prayer, we discussed today what should be our prayer, our mood while we chant the holy names.
Then chant with devotees as much as possible, with Srila Prabhupada, our spiritual masters, the recording of their japa, senior devotees while we are listening to our japa. Chanting with them gives us the strength and enthusiasm to chant.
And the next tip is, when we chant, this is a personal tip that Srila Prabhupada has given, that when we chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Srila Prabhupada has said, when we are chanting Hare Krishna, we can make the beads dance. We can massage the beads like this. And when we chant Hare Rama, we hold the bead steady. That helps us in focusing while we are chanting the holy names.
And as soon as we come to know that our mind is deviating, we should immediately bring our minds back. That sincere effort is rewarded by Krishna and pleases Krishna immensely.
The next tip is that we must try to read some glories about the holy name. Either while we are chanting, I mean, not while we are chanting, in between of our chanting, like we can take a small break after chanting 2 or 3 rounds, like Prabhu does this. I have seen him doing this, that he just reads, a little passage from Glories of the Holy Name or the Nectarian Ocean of the Holy Name. Or before sitting for chanting, we can read the glories of the holy names. So, just that little bit of chanting always brings the mind back to listening to the japa.
Other is when we chant, we must enter the bhajan kutir of our hearts and not let our mind and intelligence, the thoughts to enter. That bhajan kutir is completely protected from external thoughts. We have suspended our life, putting our active life on hold. We put our life on hold, press pause button to our life. Everything that is happening in our material life, we just put a pause. It's just suspended. Nothing should disturb us. And one of the reasons our mind wanders is because we haven't told our mind, for the next 2 hours, you have a break. I'm turning you off. And I'm turning my whole life off. And then we enter into a zone. If we can say this before we chant japa, rather than diving immediately directly, if we say, now all of my life actions are suspended, I turn off my life, and now I'm entering into a zone where I will not be disturbed. If we do that, the mind will follow that. Just like I don't remember my previous life, I choose not to remember my current life during japa. During japa, all of my life has become like my previous life that I don't remember.
And the final tip is that if we try to dedicate our japa rounds, a very wonderful method of effortlessly chanting 16 rounds is to dedicate each and every one of our rounds. Like the first 10 rounds, what we generally do is the first 10 rounds we dedicate to Shri Shri Radha Madhava and Ashtasakhis. That's 10. Then the next 5 rounds we can dedicate to each of the Panchatattva. That is to Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Gosai, Gadadhar Pandit, and Srivas Thakur. So that's 15 rounds. And the last round we can dedicate it to Lord Nrsingadev. So we can chant extra rounds also in this way by dedicating it to our spiritual masters for the growth of, ISKCON, for the well-being of all our Guru Vargas, praying for the well-being of our devotee friends, for our relatives. This way, when we chant for others, Krishna is most pleased by that. And this is the easiest way to develop a selfless attitude and give up the attitude of I, me, and mine, and to develop the attitude of Krishna and Srimati Radharani conscious. Jai 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 Shri Radhe. So with this, we conclude our session today.
And we will chant a little bit of kirtan of the holy names of the Hare Krishna mantra, putting into practice all that we learned today as much as possible.
And while we're chanting, let's try to remember the teachings of Jiva Goswami. Let's try to remember the teachings of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Let's try to remember the teachings of Gopal Guru Goswami, Srila Prabhupada, and try to focus our minds on, meditating on this each and every syllable of the holy name and dedicate it to others, to our Guru Vargas, to other devotees, because that is the most pleasing to Srimati Radharani. After that, we'll open up for questions and comments.
Krishna, 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 Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Rama.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama
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 Rama,
Rama Hare Hare. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Srila Gurudev ki Jai.
Jai, Hare Krishna. So we can now open the lines for any questions, comments, realizations, reflections. Anjali has her hand raised. Hare Krishna Di.
Hare Krishna, Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Dandavat Pranam.
Jai Shri Radhe.
I just don't have words to express today about today's class. Never ever thought like so much of depth in each, uh, word. They are no, actually, I will not say these are words. These are just the feelings that Lord Radha Krishna himself, and so much of love expression and so much of feel we have, like in each word. It is I think so I have to hear this class multiple times to absorb it. It just went right now above my head, so it has to get and then sink in. It's I don't have words to express my feelings right now. I'm still trying to absorb it. Uh, it's so beautiful, so divine. We are so blessed. Like, every week you should have one. So to stay us connected,
Yes,
to improve our japas.
yes.
Otherwise, we are so much involved in this material world, and then we just, you know, in a way, we are just finishing our rounds more than getting connected, which is my, uh, I will say, I feel sometimes like, okay, we have to do these much rounds and we just finish it off. And so many times we just don't even realize. And I think so we have to go a long way. We just seek blessings of Sri Radha Madhava, Guru Vargas, and all our spiritual masters and all the devotees to stay us connected. So beautiful. So beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bhaiya Bhabhi, for for always brushing us and then giving us, okay, come on, wake up, and now do it properly. Enough of your, me time and enough of your ignorance, I will say. हम इतने अज्ञानी है ना, इतने भोगी, I will say. So many times I just see that we become so much of indulgence, and we have to realize that ultimate truth is this only, to go back to Godhead. And for that, we have to connect to them. And I think so the biggest is the Nam Jap in Kali Yuga, which everybody has said. And
Yes.
one beautiful takeaway, Bhaiya, you said that right now was Vindravan, when they said it is not like, this last time I had just spent just few months back to Vindravan, and this is the same thing, I was told it's not a place to enjoy, it is a place for worship. So otherwise, I was used to say, okay, हाँ वृंदावन मेरी जन्मभूमि है. I used to just take it for granted. एक होता है ना कि हाँ ब्रिजवासी हैं, जन्मभूमि है, ये है, वो है. But now just reading the Mahima, I think so now God is also telling me, नहीं बहुत ज़्यादा you have taken it too lightly. So now putting hammer on my head and just no, this is like होता है ना एक डालना पड़ता है उनको भी ना. So it's so beautiful, like they just said that हाँ वहाँ पर सिर्फ सेवा भाव होना चाहिए और कुछ भी नहीं. You
Mm,
cannot go in the mood of enjoyment and this, you have just to have seva bhav, because वहाँ तो अभी भी राधा कृष्ण रोज आते हैं.
correct.
And it's so beautiful, like when you go over these dhams and when you are in the association of devotees, and when I go there, I feel like I'm not even a speck of a dust.
Mm.
which we think over here. And when we come to know an association of devotees, and when we just see their devotion, I feel, I am really ashamed of myself. I just see that I'm too much into material world, too much of a bhogi. And I just please pray for us that we keep,
No,
like,
that's your
more into.
humility. This is your humility that you're saying like this, but we know what a wonderful and dedicated soul you are. So thank you so much for your heartfelt realizations. Thank you.
No, it was, and one more realization just when I have also told you, and which I want to share with other devotees, when I too went to Mansarovar, actually, I just survived. It was just like, my oxygen fell down tremendously. And it was, I just don't know, I just sat down on a stone and I just fell. And I just, after my parikrama out of Kailash Mansarovar, it was beautiful, it was blissful after like 12 kilometers. And I know I have to cover so much. And my oxygen fell down so much and my body turned blue. I just remember Radha Rani. I just said, "Hey Radhe, save me." And within a minute, there was a lady who comes and, "Are you okay? I'm a doctor. What
Wow.
else I can ask for?" And she said, "I'm a qualified doctor." And she looked after me. I felt that she was Radha Rani. It
Mm.
was like, we just don't need to see that the thing, but they're, when you call them, like, and they just up in form of human beings. It was a miracle
Yeah.
which everybody says, otherwise nobody stops in that way. And how just it is the beautiful, I just say now my high life is like goes to them only now. Like, it's like it was a big hammer on my head, too much of this. And it's so much of after that, like, a turning is like, what are we doing right now? In a speck of second we will just go, and we just think that we have got endless like, life. But we have to, every day we have to, like, it's just going, and we have to really increase our japa. This is a realization which I had this time.
Yes.
Like, don't waste your time in that bhogas. Just waste in more of connection with the supreme,
Yeah.
Radha Madhav Narsingh Dev Ji. And
Wonderful realization.
thank you for everything.
Thank you,
Thank
dear.
you for everything.
We
And
also
please
wanted
stay connected with us.
Yes, definitely. Actually, we wanted to mention that, we wanted to do this session last week, but somehow we were not able to. So sorry for that. But this session was a special request by our dearest God sister Sulochana Radha. So actually, she was the one who requested that we do a special session on the meaning of the holy names and the meditations. So thank you, Sulochana, for the request. And this allowed us all an opportunity to dive into our relationship, developing our relationship with the holy name. Thank you.
Thank you, Saloshra Mataji. Thank you, Bhaiya. Thank you, Bhabi. And thank you, all the devotees. And thank you, all the our spiritual masters, to
Thank,
bless us with the association, all of you. Thank you, Radha Madhav.
Great.
thank you.
Great.
Radhe Radhe.
Jai Shri
Jai
Ram.
Shri Radhe.
Thank you, Di. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Hare Krishna Mataji.
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Prabhuji.
Please
Prabhupada.
accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. I had never heard all these meanings for the Mahamantra. Only thing I heard was when Prabhupada says, when you chant, just think, be in the mood of engage me in your service. That's what I say. And as you said, always remember Krishna and never forget Krishna. So I think the best way to do is keep chanting. Chant attentively and try to remember. Of course, your lecture once heard, it's not easy to remember all those names, all those pastimes, all those effects. But since I know you also make a YouTube channel,
Yes.
and probably we go back and hear it again and again. But still, it is difficult to, when you chant, if you think of other things, your mind keeps going everywhere, here and there. So I think simple thing like Prabhupada says, engage me in your service, that should be the mood.
Correct.
But as Prabhupada says, when you chant, you just listen to the names. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I think that's the best thing. That's what I feel. Of course, there are so many meanings when you want to sit down and read. That is very good. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Prabhuji, for giving
Hare
wonderful association, wonderful meanings. As I said, it is very difficult to understand everything. Let me say something. So thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Mataji. Bhakti wants to say something.
Yes,
Yes,
yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna Prabhuji,
Hare Krishna.
Dandavat Pranam. Yeah, nice lecture about Hare Krishna chanting mantram. So it is very, very nice. Really hard to remember everything. We listen again and again and we try to remember. So we'll chant, always chanting Mataji. Hare Krishna.
We were actually looking forward to this lecture since last week. But anyway, we got it. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. I know. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
You both are doing well.
Hare
First of all, thank you so much, both of you, for giving this nectarian session, and thank you to Sulokshana Mataji. I'm able to see your efforts in 3 different commentaries. Very nice, Mataji, to smear about. Even you conducted for all our purpose earlier Japa workshop, right? I have the notes with me. So whenever I feel down in my Japa, I'll used to refer that notes. Okay, Mataji, Prabhuji said this one. So that is also helpful. So few takeaways I like, as already the main essence takeaway as already shared by Anju Mataji. So we are not supposed to enjoy in Vrindavan, we need to be in servitor mode. But we feel always that there is no sufficient time to witness everything because only 6 days they will be allocating. So the beautiful point you said, Mataji Prabhuji, like the results of Shravan and Kirtana, right? It will give us Maranam, right? So we need to do our chanting properly, then automatically we can remember Krishna. That is very beautiful point. When you explained about Srila Jiva Goswami commentary, right? I felt like Yugalakshtakam, right? Radha Krishna Prema Mahima. That one I felt so very. He steals her heart. I mean, and then Lord was attracted by Radharani. So I felt like that when you explained it, I remember somebody. I think you both sang very nicely previously also. So thank you for that. And lovable prayer by Bhaktivinoda Thakurji as well. So it is very, as Krishna Sharan Prabhu said, first time we are hearing these things, pair, and then related to Sikshastakam. So you already mentioned like how to go the mode of prayer, like Srila Gopala Guru Goswami. And this name also I'm hearing first time, Mataji. I didn't hear this name during our Chaitanya Charitamrita session. Srila Gopala Guru Goswami is a direct disciple of Mahaprabhu, right? As Prabhu said, right now, Prabhuji? So he is in where he joined with Mahaprabhu in Puri, Mataji. So the first times happened. Okay.
Lord Chaitanya was, Lord Chaitanya was just going to the washroom and he said, "Oh, I can't chant over here." And that's when Gopal Guru Goswami came and said, "Is there any place that Krishna is not there? That how can you say you will not chant here? How can you say that?" So that's why from that day, and his name was Gopal. He was a small boy. He was a small boy. So his name was Gopal. And then from that day, Mahaprabhu said, "Oh, you're not just Gopal, you're my guru. So you gave me the Param Shiksha. You have to do Kirtaniya Sada Hari." So therefore, from that day, he came to be known as Gopal Guru.
This was when he was very young. Then when he grew up, he became a disciple of Vakreshwar Pandit, who was a disciple of Mahaprabhu. So he was a disciple of Mahaprabhu.
But he used to associate with Lord Chaitanya directly.
Like from childhood,
directly.
Associating with Lord Chaitanya.
Okay. And then you gave a nice tip, right? Whenever we can take a break and hear the glories and then chant. So this is what happening for me today as well. I completed 7 rounds. I taken the glories from you both, the nectar. Then the remaining rounds I can do it in a better way. So thank you for that. And Mataji, you beautifully mentioned one thing. Like I love that to the point. Dedicate to others. The first 10 rounds you're dedicating Radha Madhav and 5 to Panchatattva and 1 to Narsinghadev. And with your guidance, I am just following for the past 4 years. I am just dedicating all my rounds to Guru Maharaj.
Mm.
So you guided me. I'm just informing to all the initiated devotees, and they're asking who guided you, who guided. Our Prabhuji Mataji guided them. Oh, it's very nice tips. And then their chanting was improving. It's all credit goes to you both. So they said feedback to me because of you both. I just shared the feedback to them. Then I told that all credit goes to my Prabhuji Mataji. And finally, I'll say one more thing, Mataji. So Anju Mataji has shared the past times. I mean, the realization in Manasarovar, right? But I heard from you both when you sick, right, in during the parikrama,
Yeah.
the stomach upset has happened. You applied the what is that? Duli, right?
Rajarenu.
Vrindavan dust.
Rajarenu.
Yeah, that cleared immediately. And you said like there is no Sani at that time.
Yeah.
Radharani placed her pallu, right? You said, right? So I always remember whenever I go to Vrindavan, I'll say to my devotee friends that Mataji has placed something, and then it was recovered immediately by the mercy of Radharani. So we need to apply that dust. They had a headache. I asked them to apply that. Mataji said that one, apply, then it'll be all right, like that I said. So thank you for that also, for you all, both of you. And finally, the Kirtan is very nice, but Mataji, we are not qualified to hear. I don't know, sometimes I feel the voice is not perfectly audible for me. Maybe my mobile maybe has a problem, might be. But the beautiful, I was longing for this for a long time because
But
you may be busy with your schedule. Yeah.
so are you saying you were not able to hear the kirtan at all?
No, my Prabhuji, first line I'm able to hear, and the second line is getting off, and then Hare Hare, and then line is coming. So in between, it is getting off, Prabhuji. Both of your voice. Maybe I have a problem. Maybe other devotees may be heard properly.
Did everyone
No,
have this issue?
Yes, Mataji. Yes,
Yes,
Prabhuji.
also
When you
breaking.
talk individually, it's perfect. But
Yeah.
I don't know, when you're singing together or whatever the reason, maybe you adjusted the mic or something, it
Yeah.
breaks up a lot, you know. So
Oh.
like
but if
like Prabhuji was
individually when
saying,
you
it
sing,
breaks up.
you were able to
Hare
hear.
Hare, you hear Rama Rama sometimes, Hare Hare sometimes. Anyway, but we know, I mean, we can continue. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Mataji.
But individually when we were singing, you were able to hear?
That time also breaking, Prabhu, a little bit. That's what
Yeah.
Prabhu said, right? Whenever you're narrating, we are able to hear perfectly Prabhuji Mataji's, but whenever singing, right,
Mhm.
that is, we are facing the problem. Maybe no problem, Mataji. So you're giving so much effort and so many things, giving darshan for us, coming for us. So we are relishing that, the beautiful lotus face and glowing face. Thank you so much for giving the lecture to all of us. And as Mataji, all the Prabhu said, please be connected with us at least a week.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
need an expert from you both.
Yeah.
Actually, Karthik is coming. So next week
Hari,
also we
hari.
have one session. And Karthik,
Okay.
we're trying to bring to all of you all 30 days something very special. So we are
Hari,
planning
thank
on
you.
that on Karthik. Every single day we will be with all of you. And if you all have any suggestions, please send us a message. We request you that what you would like to hear. What should all of us hear during the month of Kartik? We request all of you to please share your thoughts over a message with us. Okay?
Sure, Mataji.
Then we
Krishna,
will
thank you so much.
definitely
Thank you
decide.
so much, Hari Krishna.
And we also
Madam.
will have the Damodar Kartik programs. We are doing programs here, in personal homes right now also. But we will also be releasing a calendar where if you want, you can reserve a slot and we can come to you like we had done during COVID time. We can come to you and we can do an online session with all of you. So if you want that, you can reserve your dates. We will be sharing all the details very soon.
Also, one clarification. When we said that we should, take a break and then read during japa, uh, many times, sometimes we've seen devotees, while hearing a lecture, they would be chanting.
Hmm.
And that is not recommended because then we are neither hearing the holy name nor properly hearing the lecture,
Hmm.
and it's offense to both types of hearing. So we chant attentively, then after 4 rounds or something, we take a break. Maybe we read a book. At that time, we don't chant. Then we come, maybe 5 minutes we read, get inspiration, and come back and focus on chanting again.
Sure, Prabhu, we'll follow that, the same thing. Yeah, I'm not doing that way. I'm just writing your notes.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying you're doing that way. I'm just
Making
making a clarification that we have seen some
Other-
devotees, even in
yes,
temple,
Prabhuji.
the
Yeah,
Bhagavatam, the Sunday feast or Bhagavatam person is speaking and they are sitting there and chanting, thinking that they are doing both devotional service. Actually, they are not doing any of that
we'll
properly.
go. Sure, Prabhu, we'll follow your instruction. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji Mataji. Stand with Pranam. Hare Krishna.
Anyone else want to share anything else?
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Pranam, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna,
Yeah.
Sulata.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. We have Satyadharma Prabhu and Radha who have joined us from Sri Mayapur Dham. Jai.
Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. Wonderful.
If there are no other questions, then we'll meet you again next week. And thank you so much for joining with such great enthusiasm. Hare Krishna, Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha, Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha, Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrindaki Jai.
Jai. So again, please remember to share a message with us. Personally respond to us what you would like to hear for the 30 days of Kartik. So what should we discuss on and what should we be focusing on? Please do share your thoughts. Okay, thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna,
Thank you,
Tathagata.
Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Pranam, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.